Hey there, I thought I would show you the process of a painting that I want to do, or that I'm trying to do. And at the time that I'm filming this, I'm sure you're not too impressed by what you're seeing right now. Those are the first sketches for the idea of what I want to do. I don't know if I'm going to finish it, then I guess, well, if you're seeing this, then it means I finished it, so keep watching. But otherwise, as it is right now, those are my first sketches, and the idea is for someone who's moving from the East Coast to the West Coast, and a fellow with his wife, and so I'm representing it using two fish to represent that, and I'm putting a moon on the East Coast and jumping towards the sunlight on the West Coast. And in my sketches, I was sort of trying to figure out how to simplify the landscape. I don't know if you can read down, I was going to have mountains on the west coast with some wheat and flax fields in the middle, and trees, and then sort of rocky shore on the east coast. So there, that was just back of a little writing pad of paper. See, not very big. So then the next step, this is just an old canvas board. What is that? 10 by 20. It's an odd shape to try to film. So I took some marker and just scribbled all over it because there was some ugly paint on it that I didn't care about anyway. So basically jumping from coast to coast, and a bit of landscape in underneath there. And there's some doodles and sketching down here in the sketchbook. So I haven't drawn in a while. I don't draw or paint much, and I want to get back to it. It's something I love doing when I do it. And I'm not good at fish, so I was trying to sort of stylize without losing too much believability that it's a fish. And so I was cutting out paper. You'll see that in a minute. So the last two sketches, and I'm calling it The Great Leap. So that is where I last left it until I came home today, and then took one of the crappier sketches and just cut it up and put it onto, I've got a thick, what is it, gallery style. It's all wood, so that I can paint around the edges. It doesn't have to be framed, so I'm going to step away from it here. So I've cut out, I just used bits of paper and taped it together, and I've simplified it. I'm just going to have the two fish and the sun and the moon, and hopefully that will work. So I found that it really helps to cut out the paper like that. My drawing skills have just deteriorated so badly that, yeah, cutting out bits of paper and just taping them in, I'm gonna have to work at it. I'm not thrilled with everything on this, but yeah, I'm gonna take it from there, and hopefully I'll have something else to post. There is also a sketch that I did on my computer, just using my mouse and the paint program, and it looks like a kid did it, but I kind of like that quality of it. Of course, I printed a copy, I can't find it. Got a photo of it, so I'm going to stop the video now, because I haven't got anything to show you anyway. So if I can find it, I'll plop that in here, and then hopefully I will get more work done on this and be able to show you how it looks and continue on. So, wow, almost 4 minutes, good enough for now. Hopefully I'll come back with something else to show you. See you soon. Hey, so I just, step 2, I unwrapped the board, of course took that plastic off, and painted it all red to begin. It's not going to be red, there'll just be little bits of it showing through. A lot of artists do this, and I love how it looks, so I've done it sometimes myself. It's nice just to get a solid color down before you paint, and then you don't have any of the bare wood showing through. You don't risk just those little bits coming through. Anyway, so I decided to put the moon and the sun in opposite corners as opposed to both in the top corners. And right now I've taped my shapes down, and I'm going to paint around them in blues and see how that works. See you in a bit. Okay, so just did the blue, painted with the cutouts in place. So this might be still kind of wet. Now, these places aren't going to stay red either. now I've got my outline. And we'll keep painting from there. And there is the sun. I think I need to put a little more yellow in the middle because the red's showing through. And the moon that I did in a cooler yellow. And the reason being, so the yellow versus purple, those are opposite colors. And this one is still yellow, but it's a warmer yellow, closer to orange. Maybe I will put a bit of orange in there, and opposite colors to the blues. So, getting there. And I'm just using basic paints because I just happen to have them handy. Basic Liquitex. I've got the more professional ones, but I don't know. These ones were all in my little ancient, there's my palette, little ancient handbag where I like to keep them. So, let's keep going. And I think I mentioned earlier, this is the drawing that I did on the computer, just on, what is it, Paint, the Paint program on my computer. So that's just done with the mouse, and really messy, but it's kind of fun working like that. So anyway, just simplifying it, just having the two fish, the sun and the moon, and again, I've made it so the moon is going to be in the bottom corner, so they're the opposite corners. Okay, so I'm not done yet, but I think I'm going to take a break, so okay, so far I think I want to make the moon a little bit smaller on the bottom anyway, and do the lines around the eyes, maybe define the eyes better. But I think I'm done for today.